Welcome everyone to Otherwise. We are very grateful that you came to see our performance and to listen to the stories of our writers. Some stories come from real-life experiences, some are reflections of their fantasies and imaginations, some come from texts, from books, and some from courtrooms. All of our writers have fled or immigrated their homes to come to the United States or to the Netherlands in Europe.
Of persecution, war, violence, and poverty. There is little doubt that the redistribution, voluntary and involuntary, of people all over the globe tops the agenda of the state, the boardrooms, the neighborhoods, the street. Political maneuvers to control this movement are not limited to monitoring the dispossessed and or holding them hostage. Much of this exodus can be described as the journey of the colonized to the seat of the colonizers. Slaves, as it were, leaving the plantation for the planter's home.
Are you okay? Maria asked. No. The doctor said the virus is almost 8, and that will be my end. Cynthia burst into tears. Mom, this is serious. Maria answers. I know, honey. I'm being serious too. Life is beautiful no matter what, and we should be able to enjoy it regardless of our situation. There's nothing to be gained from crying. When you cry, you lose an opportunity to be happy. Maria wiped Cynthia's tears and says, now, why don't you tell me what you really came to say? I came to say goodbye. They hug. Maria says, I'll probably never see you again.
When the system around you crumbles, you start to challenge the system. Once you start, you don't go back. You got this victim feeling that makes you sick. You give yourself an excuse to challenge the system. Many refugees are freeloaders. Everybody knew back in Turkey that if you get your residency in the Netherlands, you get a house, you get uitkering, social security. The truth is, everybody can be a rapist. But a rapist refugee, that is something else. So being a refugee intensifies everything you do. So if you did something good, it's really good. But if you did something bad, it's really bad.
It was early in the morning of September 11th. At the time, I was in a relationship with a white man named Jesse, who converted to Islam for my family to accept him. He was hanging out with his friend Mike, another white guy. It was strange to see these two hanging out so early in the morning together. And they were watching the news. Then I noticed the first Twin Tower crumbling. It was such a shock. I'm lucky that I'm still sane. I want to keep going. As a refugee, I'm supposed to be good, follow the law, stay out of trouble, don't raise your voice. Always say yes, yes. Help the country, work for the country.
I hate the debating system here. I felt like I was the subject of the debates. This is nothing new what is happening here. This has been happening all the time. You see in history, when society gets mixed, it falls apart at a certain moment. Maybe it's healthy. I just don't like the zooming in on me. It makes me feel like I can't go back. So I have to accept everything. I have to integrate. There's a system for integration. You can't do it as you are. You have to become this refugee.
And now, from one of our writers, Pam. So, I created the Dreamers Club in my school. I felt a need to create unity among the undocumented students in my school. When we started, we had about 20 students. It was really hard to get people to come to the meetings. People were afraid to come to the room where the meetings were held. And I was being really vocal about it. People who wouldn't dare come to meetings would contact me through social media. Sometimes we had more supporters than dreamers who came to the meetings, mostly brothers and sisters of the dreamers. That was okay though, because they could pass the message down to their siblings. It still really felt right to me. I mean, at least I hope that they would pass the message down to their siblings. My parents are proud of me. I was really scared during that time. Then I had a talk with my parents, and they said, they know we're here. And obviously my parents pay taxes. After that talk, I wasn't scared anymore. Undocumented and unafraid was a term that was going around a lot during that time. And I chose to be that. There's no reason to hide. Although it's still pretty dangerous for me to be this open, it's just not new anymore. So I guess I'm just getting used to the fear.
So what my thoughts were on the performance, I think it was such a collection of really compelling stories that really make a real impact and get you to think differently about these issues and really take another perspective. And also just the setting, how it was in such a informal but still very serious way. It was very special.
We should be allowed, and we should all be able to congregate wherever that is and enjoy each other's experiences and input and thoughts and different knowledge, because people have different kinds of knowledge from all over different places of the world. So why not take that to create a better view of how the world should work?
Great, thank you so much.
What was powerful was to hear the personal side of what all that is, because that's something that's missed when media covers it. It's, you know, how tragic this is sometimes. Usually it's just, this is the issue that's happening, but never is it the story from the perspective of the person who's going through these struggles and really their voice. So that was the most powerful part for me.
I thought the show was fabulous. I thought it really brought a lot of light and life to the issues about immigration. And as I was saying before, I feel like there's three ways that we can really learn on a deep level about what's going on. And one is if we've had the experience, the other is if we are close to people who have the experience, and the third way is through art. And this is the kind of art that makes people really feel and imagine and picture what people different from me are going through.
It's important to focus on them, and it's especially important to focus on them as personal stories. You know, they're not just happening to faceless masses of people, they're happening to individuals, specific people with specific experiences and dreams and hopes. And when you get down to it, dreams and hopes are really supposedly what this country is about.
So while they walk around PTSD from everything that happened to them crossing 5 countries and what happened to them in their country, they're continually having overt racist acts all the time. You know, not just people following them in shops, but people making monkey sounds and people grabbing them and people spitting on them. And so, I mean, all this is, it's my life, and it's very but it's heartening to me that the voice is, for me, I always feel so alone because I feel like nobody knows what's happening, particularly for LGBT refugees in Africa. People know more about what's happening in the Middle East. They hear about ISIS.
I thought it was important work. It was profound. It was a wake-up call to every one of us to see the reality of what people experience every day. The actors were amazing. I felt fell in love with them from the start and so protective, and then as the stories changed, I just watched just the reality that so many people deal with every single day, and I think it's important work, so thank you for what you've done.
What most impressed me was the way you deliver. I guess, the feeling that you have is so intense and so moving that I could really feel myself when I was listening you telling the stories. And I really thank you, all of you, very, very much, because this is bringing something that is so relevant more than ever. Today, it's like we really need something like this. We should be more aware and educated. And I was really impressed.